welcome you to the UNESCO Palace, Ministry of Culture, Beirut. We are celebrating today the book release of author Michael Karsifi, Gateway to Grammar, Principles and Practice of English.
English will never replace, nor should it ever replace, one's native language or the language of a local community or geographical region. But it has become a universal language. It has become a world language, a global language system. More and more, it enables mutual intelligibility and common speech that opens doors for individuals and people groups to join a global community.
تهانينا للمؤلف قرصيفي على صدور كتابه هذا القيم والذي يعد قفزة أخرى في تاريخ عطائه المستمر الذي لم يتوقف.
ودائما في حقل اللغات نذهب إلى اللغة الإنجليزية في الكتاب الحدث المتخصص بقواعد اللغة الإنجليزية وأيسر السبل لامتلاكها وإتقانها واستخدامها. Gateway to Grammar, Principles and Practice of English للمؤلف الأستاذ قرصيفي. فمن حقنا أن نفخر به وأن نردد اسمه في مجالسنا الفكرية والثقافية والتربوية لبنانياً وعربياً.
كتاب قرصيفي بيوضع الموضوع بنصابه الصحيح. اليوم طالما نحن لازم أن نتعلم لغة إنجليزية أو لغة تانية فلازم نتعلمها بالطريقة العلمية. ميزة الكتاب أنه وضع لنا اللغة الإنجليزية بالطريقة العلمية لأننا نتعلمها بدون ما نتأثر بهالارتدادات يلي عم تكون مؤثرة على كل اللغات مش بس اللغة الإنجليزية، عم تأثر على اللغة العربية، على اللغة الفرنسية، الألمانية إلى ما هنالك. لهذا السبب هيك إنجاز علمي يحترم عليه. لازم يكون في اهتمام بهذا الكتاب لحتى يكون بالمؤسسات العلمية إن كانت اللبنانية والعربية. نشكر أستاذ قرصيفي على هذا الإنجاز العلمي وشكرا للجميع.
I'm delighted to be here this evening celebrating the publication of Mr. Karsifi's book, Gateway to Grammar. I have been privileged to be a friend of Mr. Karsifi for almost 15 years now. Since I've known him, he has always recognized that English was a language which would open many doors of opportunity for him. Although I think 15 years ago we had no idea that it would open the doors of the UNESCO Palace to us. That is what makes this event so special for him and for me. Indeed, regardless of the success of this book, this event is a celebration. This book has been a work in the making for several years, and I am proud of him and the work that he has done to see this book come to fruition. I want to commend Mr. Karsifi and to thank him for allowing me to participate in this great event this evening, and I believe that certainly many students will benefit from the book that he has offered.
We welcome the author of Gateway to Grammar, Michael Karsifi.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you for being here with us tonight. Since I was a teenager, I spent much time with people who spoke English and who encouraged me to improve my English language. I worked hard at studying the English language. The more I worked, the more I wanted to improve my knowledge of English. My desire to study the English language led me to see the importance of grammar. I strongly believe that grammar is the core of each language, and a strong grasp of grammar is essential to attaining fluency as both a speaker and writer. When I went to the Gulf in 2003, specifically in Saudi Arabia, I taught English in a number of schools. I noticed that many of my students there repeated the same mistakes that students of mine in Lebanon had made. I noticed that most Arab students were speaking English according to Arabic grammatical structure. In fact, this is a common mistake made by those learning another language. As a translator for both Arabic and English, I began to assemble a portfolio of language mistakes that were common among many of my students who think in English and not to fall into the habit of translating their own language into English, particularly grammar. I hope that this book will help those who find themselves in need of these forms of assistance, and that you will see the difference in my approach.